Taughannock Falls State Park is located in the town of Ulysses in Tompkins County, New York. Taughannock Falls State Park offers a hiking, nature trails, camping, and picnicking. The park includes Cayuga Shoreline, where swimming, fishing, and a boat launch are available. In the winter, the park offers facilities and trails for ice skating, sledding, and cross-country skiing. Taughannock consists of 3 waterfalls. The main waterfall stands 250 feet high. The other 2 waterfalls are a 20-foot cascade known as Little or Lower Falls, and the upper falls stands 100 feet tall upstream. There are 2 trails that are also available to view the waterfalls, and they are the Gorge Trail and Rim Trail. The gorge is open all year long, while the Rim Trail is closed to the public during the winter. Taughannock Creek pours over light gray limestone and weaker dark shale beneath it. As the shale erodes, limestone blocks eventually break off, causing the waterfall to move slowly upstream. The great power of the water carries rocks and mud to the lake where they drop, building up, filling Cayuga Lake. The gorge floor is made up of light gray limestone that once was lined mud made from the skeletons and shells of algae and other marine organisms. Shale was clay and silt that settled on top of the mud and eventually hardened into rock. The top of the cliff is made up of blocky layers of sandstone and siltstone. In the gorge, the widest part is called the Big Bend. The Big Bend is where the creek meanders within the confines of the rugged valley, shifting one side of the canyon to the other. During high water, the stream washes the bases of cliffs on the outside of the creek's bends and sweeps away fallen rocks and carries them to the lake. The waterfall itself erodes shale more rapidly than the sandstone, creating an overhanging cliff. Occasionally, blocks of sandstone break free and crash to the water below. After it has fallen, the water carries the sandstone through the gorge into Cayuga Lake. Many winged creatures make their homes in the gorge's barren rock walls. Little brown bats, rough-winged swallows, and pigeons swoop from the high gorge walls where they roost, nest, and hide from predators. These creatures lived in trees, rocks, or open habitats, which is why the Taughannock Gorge was a perfect place for them to live. Fish migrate from the lake up to Taughannock Creek to the falls in the spring. People fish for rainbow trout in the pools below the falls. Throughout the trail, there are many different types of plants and trees. In the gorge, the south side, which faces the north, consists of sugar maples, black and yellow birches, and eastern hemlocks. On the south side, the soil is rich and moist, and there's a lot of shade. The north side of the gorge is made up of red cedar, oaks, and maple trees. This side of the gorge is constantly sunny. It has low soil, dries out quickly after a rainfall, and has little to no water. The rim of the gorge is drier and receives more sunlight than the interior. Both sides produce pines, oaks, hickory trees, and other trees that thrive on the conditions. The dramatic landscape of the Taughannock Gorge provides a variety of living conditions for plants and animals. Temperature, exposure to the sun, moisture, slope, and soil conditions determine what kinds of trees and other plants will grow in any location. These 2 forests, the north and the south, grow in different microclimates. The Revolutionary War, the Cayugas sided with the British against the rebellious American colonists. Indian and Loyalist raids destroyed frontier settlements in New York and Pennsylvania in 1778. General John Sullivan led an army of over 5,000 soldiers to burn every Indian village between Susquehanna River and the Genesee Valley. Sullivan's troops destroyed nearly all the Cayuga towns, but the settlement at Taughannock Point apparently escaped detention. The Cayuga Indians settled the area surrounding the Taughannock Falls. The Cayugas had a small village on Taughannock Point. According to the legend, there was a great battle between the Cayugas and a force of Delaware's chief near the top of the falls. The Cayugas are said to have killed the Delaware's chief, Taughannock, and thrown his body off the falls. In the Algonquin language, the name Taughannock means full of trees. What do you enjoy about the Taughannock Falls State Park?
I think my favorite part is definitely when you get to the end and the water hits the ground and the force from it creates a mist that like you can feel all the way from where you're standing.
What is the distance from the entrance to the waterfall on the Gorge Trail?
The distance is 3/4 of a mile.
The two forests, the north and the south, grow in different microclimates. What is a microclimate?
A microclimate is when there's two climates within a small area. In this case, one side of the gorge is warmer, while the other is colder, creating a microclimate.